Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Cardone Solutions Podcast. I am your host of the Cardone Solutions Podcast. My name is David Bradley, training facilitator and coach with Grant Cardone. Today is Wednesday, which means what? It means it's time for the Wednesday word. And what do we do on the Wednesday word? Well, we're going to crack open the dictionary. I got a nice long list of success-themed words. I'm going to crack open the dictionary. I'm going to find the definition of that word. We're also going to look at the history and the etymology of that word. And then we're going to figure out what we can do with this word to plug it into our sales, our business, and our life and get even more success in it. There is power in words. The first lesson I learned from Grant Cardone when I first started studying it way back in 2003, selling as a conversation, power comes from the words that you use. So let's make sure that the words we're using have power that moves us forward in the right direction. Okay, so let us get into today's word. Are you ready? Today's word is such an intense word. It is such a powerful word. It is has so many variations that I'm actually going to take my hat and turn around backwards because we got to get into this word. Okay, today's word. Rich. R-I-C-H. Today's word is rich, okay? There are so many different meanings, so many different connotations, but what we're going to find today is that the most important definition of this word is and will be specifically what it means to you. That's right. So today's word, rich. Now it's an adjective. So let's just make sure we're clear on what an adjective is. I know it's a description of a noun. I get it, okay? But let's look at the actual terminology. It is a word or phrase. See, did you know it could be a phrase? It is a word or phrase naming an attribute added to or grammatically related to a noun to modify or describe it. Okay? So I have for us 6 different definitions and variations of the word rich. So as I'm listing them off, I want you to already start thinking with which one specifically means the most to you. Which one specifically applies to you when you think about rich? So the definitions of rich. Number 1, having a great deal of money or assets, wealthy. In a sentence, every day, the gap between the rich and the poor widens. Second definition, plentiful and abundant. The nation's rich and diverse wildlife. Third, producing a large quantity of something. Novels have always been a rich source of material for the film industry. Fourth, of a color, sound, smell, etc., pleasantly deep or strong. His rich bass voice. No, I'm not going to sing. Okay. Last one. No, second to last one. Excuse me. My bad. Interesting because of a full diversity or complexity. What a full, rich life you lead. Now the last one. Of a remark causing ironic amusement or indignation, which you may need to go look up on your own. Indignation. These comments are a bit rich, coming from a woman with no money worries. Yeah, okay. So let's go etymology. Where does this word come from? It's an Old English, okay? Rice, not what you eat, but it means strong, powerful, great, mighty, of high rank. Later on, it evolved into wealthy. Also, in Germanic, it was rihi, meaning ruler, powerful, okay, lots of money. The Goths used Rex, meaning also ruler and powerful, and it came from a Celtic source. Rix, Irish. R-I, in Gaelic, has a allusion towards king. And then also that pi root also has something to do with moving in a straight line. So to direct in a straight line, thus to lead and to rule, okay? So the wealthy part starts really popping up, Middle English, Old French, wealthy, magnificent, sumptuous, okay? And then R-I-C, okay? R-I-C-H, but then when you get into Latin, if you look at Spanish, Italian, rico. And then French also has Riki, R-I-K-I, meaning powerful, okay? And some also give some attribution to the Germanic source. But the key here, strong, powerful, great, mighty, of high rank, wealthy. Rich, like the flavor, okay? That's rico. Now, Old English also had a noun version of rice, meaning to rule, reign, power, might, authority, empire. And the evolution of this word reflects this connection between wealth and power from the ancient world. And then when you get into the food and the colors and sounds, okay, that has that sense or of entertaining and amusing. That came from like the 1700s. But the noun version, Old English version, when it was just a noun, was specifically tied to wealthy. So here's the action idea for you. Number one, hopefully you're already doing it or have done it. What is the most important definition of these for you? And with that being said, I want to give you one question and one question only here. Now that we know what these definitions are, what does living a rich life look like in your world? I mean, have you ever thought about it? Have you ever put pen to paper and answered that question? No limits, no restrictions, all bets are off. What does living a rich life look like in your world? And then just as a follow-up question, now that you know all these definitions, are your days spent creating this rich life? Or have you learned to just be happy with what you have? Because if your ideas of living a rich life don't actually match your current conditions, then my friends, it is time to get to work. And no, it is never, ever too late. And this has been your Wednesday Word. I am your host of the Wednesday Word. My name is David Bradley, training facilitator and coach with Grant Cardone. I'm going to put that 10X hat back on, forward facing, as we move into the rest of our week. Remember, what does living a rich life look like to you? And if your current reality does not match what that answer is, we got some work to do, okay? Thank you so much for listening. If this has been benefiting you in any way, shape, or form, please make sure that you've subscribed and that you share this podcast out so other people can benefit from it too. Thank you so much for listening. I'm going to leave you with the words of Grant Cardone, which is be great, because nothing else pays. See you soon.